Welcome back, everybody. Ray Toenniessen here again at VCAST Jacksonville, and I'm joined now by Neale Godfrey, my good friend Neale Godfrey, who is about to take the stage and speak to our great group of women here. Neale, welcome. Thanks for being with us again.
As always, Ray, it's wonderful to be here.
Great. So, Neale, give us a little look. I know you're about to get up on stage here. You've been with us from the beginning for VCAST. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to talk about today.
Well, we're lucky to have another wonderful group of women here today, and I'm going to talk a little bit about work-life balance, which, by the way, Ray, is not easy if you're a woman.
I can imagine.
You're juggling it all.
Yep.
So you've got, these entrepreneurs, you've got women who are dealing with the other life problems. They've got kids, they've got relatives, they've got, in a lot of cases, returning vets. How do you do it all?
Yeah. I think it's such an important issue, and I think it's one that's overlooked by both men and women out there, but especially with women with everything they have going on. And, Neale, when we've talked in the past, and I've heard you speak many times now, one of the things you always talk about is women running the house the same as the business. What do you mean by that?
Exactly, Ray. You have to be the CEO of your home, the same way you are running your business. Because what happens with us at home is we say, you love me, therefore you're going to figure out how to get the meatloaf in the oven. And you know what happens? You show up at 8 o'clock at night, the kids and your spouse are sitting there watching television, Ray, and guess what? The meatloaf did not magically make it into the oven. So what do? You sit there going, really? You thought we weren't going to have dinner tonight?
And on top of that, they'd probably say, what's for dinner?
Well, not only, oh, we didn't know you wanted us to put it in the oven. So you know where that goes, So the deal is, at work, you wouldn't leave a meeting saying, I know that you love me, therefore you're going to figure out what the follow-up is. You're not. You're going to make a list, you're going to communicate with everybody, you are going to actually have a to-do. And who's accountable for what? Do the same thing at home. The meatloaf has to go in at 3:50, it has to be in there for a half hour. You have to set the table, and sometimes you have to say, and the fork goes here, and the knife goes here. Let's be honest. And spell it out. Then you don't have to hear, I didn't know what to do, and you don't have to come home and blow up.
Yeah. I've heard you also talk in the past when you talk about that, it can be a difficult thing for women to do that sometimes, to make that transition.
It really is, because we are nurturers and we love and adore you guys at home. But the fact of the matter is, most of it is a problem making it work.
Yeah. I want to shift a little bit. In your role as CEO of Children's Financial Network, you do great work with financial literacy for children, military families, military children, and you have a new project out. Tell us a little bit about this, because I know there's been some great success so far with it.
Well, the new project is called Green Streets,
Okay.
Unleash the Loot, and it is an app for kids to teach them about financial literacy when they're teeny.
Yep.
But what's really cool about this app, besides it hitting #1, which we're very proud of, is that we connect with mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, and educators as the kids play, and we let you know what the kids are learning.
That's neat.
And then there's a website where you can continue the lessons. And in fact, I'm offering this to all the VWise women for
phenomenal.
a couple months free.
That is phenomenal. And where can they download it?
They can download it in the App Store. It's free. It's called Green Streets Unleash the Loot.
Great.
And they can go to my website, greenstreetcommons.com.
That's neat.
And put the code in and start with us for free.
That's great. I'm sure they're all going to appreciate it too, and hopefully they can get a lot of use of that at home. I know, one of the things with a lot of times in military households is that even if it's a dual parent household, there's a lot of deployments and there's a lot of out in the field exercises, and so to be able to have those support systems in place that can really help the women out a little bit, I think is great.
Well, what we're trying to do is speak the language of kids, which is gaming, and make it easy and fun. And also with my other programs, I reach about 200,000 military youth, and it's all supported by Deloitte Foundation. And we're getting out there and really talking to the kids and teaching them about financial literacy in another way.
That's phenomenal. I think the impact just on that community is going to be overwhelming, and not even to mention the general population, but just on that military community, I think is going to be great. So we appreciate that too. Well, I know we have to get you upstairs, so good luck. Again, you can download Green Streets in the App Store, in the Apple iTunes Store, onto your iPhone. Neale's going to get all the VCAST participants started out for free, and we hope you carry on with it after that. It really is a great tool for your families and your children. And you can learn more about everything she's going on. You can follow her on Twitter at Neale Godfrey. And as always, any interest in anything else that we do at the Institute for Veterans and Military Families or VCAST, you can visit vets.syr.edu.